This video will demonstrate the back stitch. So we're going to have our threaded needle, and we have tied a knot at the end. I'm going to start in this top right hand corner and I'm going to tie off. I'm going to do a tiny chomp, pull so that we have a tail loop. We're going to go through, and we're going to do that again. You're going to go underneath your knot and pull till you make another loop, and you're going to go through and then make sure that it is all the way tied down. So for the back stitch, the right side and the wrong side matter. This is the right side, and then this is the wrong side. You can see how it's a lot thicker on this side. So in order to make sure that our stitches are straight and flat on the right side, we are going to take our needle and push it to the right side. We're going to do that by using a jab. So we're going to go right through this knot right here, all the way through. We're going to come over to the right side and just pull through. You want to make sure that you pull all the way through so that you don't have a big loop on the back. So all stitches, or this stitch, the back stitch, is going to be similar to the running stitch in that you will have a whole stitch and then a half stitch, a whole stitch and then a half stitch, except we're going to go back and fill in these half stitches as we go. So we're going to start by making one running stitch. So using the chomp method, we're going to go in and out like that. And we're right on our guidelines, and we're going to pull through here. So we have one full stitch and one half stitch. Now, here's where the back portion comes in. You are going to go back to the end of this stitch. So you're going to go in right there, and then out here, and pull. I'm going to do it again. You're going to go in and out and pull. So here you can see where you're going back over those stitches, so it's a little thicker, but here you have a nice straight line. So you're going to go back to this and we're just going to repeat this process, making sure that you are staying on your guideline. Okay, so here I've made a little gap right here. That's not the end of the world, but if that happens, so I'm going to go here and close in this one. So I've just closed in this stitch, and now I want to close in this gap too. So I will go to the back and find exactly where that stitch is. And this is just if you happen to make a mistake and you have a gap, you can actually go back through and close it. Close it in, just like that. Just remember that nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. Sometimes we have to start over. That's okay. So So we will continue along this line until we get to the corner.
Until I had me some water and I choked on it.
Okay. And now when we turn the corner, so we're going to go right here, and then we're going to turn and come out on the perpendicular line.
So my aunt, she got her hair done last night. She said she came into my room and she said she was just having a whole conversation with me. I said, I don't remember that conversation. She said, when I called your name, you just jumped up like something like you just got out of water or something. And then I said, yeah, I was probably half alive and I don't remember nothing. Like after school and
So we're going to continue.
homework, I don't remember anything. She said it was still early, you know. She has her. I'm sad. So she said that. Oh yeah, you guys. What? So I can stop saying this. Why? She's calling about it, and I'm so proud of her. Like for real. So next time when I say I like somebody and during this class, he's gonna be like, oh, you like him? I don't get this. I don't get it.
So I've been doing the chomp. I'm now going to move back and just do the jab method so that you can see if it's helpful to you to flip back and forth. You can do that so that you can see your line. And sometimes that's helpful to make sure that you are keeping straight, because you see here I got a little off my line. That happens. I'm going to turn the corner again. So one of the things that we're going to be faced with this video is not having quite enough thread to make it all the way around. So what we will have to do is we'll actually have to tie off in the middle of our stitches, possibly. And when that's the case, we want to make sure that we have enough. We want to make sure that we have enough thread to tie off, and that's going to be about 3 to 4 inches usually. Because if you go all the way to the end of your thread, you will not have enough to tie off at the end, and that will be pretty terrible. Okay, so since I am at the end right here, I'm going to go ahead and tie off at this. So I'm going to go back through to the wrong side. So I'll just need enough thread to finish that. So I'm going to go to this last stitch that I just did and go underneath. I go through 1, 2, 3 times, and then I'm going to pull it down so that it is locked in, and I'm going to snip it off. Now I'm going to re-thread my needle with just enough thread to make it through to the end. So I was using a single arm's length of thread. If you want to guarantee that you have enough to make it all the way through, you can also use a double arm's length for the back stitch. I can get my thread to cooperate. We're going to meet it at the end. Tie it in a knot. And so now we're going to start again right here. Just enough to finish it up. So we're going to go through our tail loop and then go through one more time, make a loop and pull taut. Now we're going to push to, we're going to go right through that knot, so we come out right at that corner, and following our guideline all the way down. I'm going to use the jab method for this last line. And then our last stitch, going to finish it up, and I've got a little space right here, so I'm just going to go right there and close up that space. There we go. So there's our rectangle, and this is where we started. So we're going to go to this last stitch right here, and we're going to finish it off by tying off. We're going to go underneath, do a tiny chop underneath our fabric and our thread. We're going to go through 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to pull taut, pull it up, pull it to the side, pull it down. And then we will snip it off. We have our back stitch. A little wonky, but that's okay.